Almost every single musician gets stuck on certain music. So here are 5 ways that you can practice to improve your craft. Practicing really slow is really beneficial because you have time to analyze and figure out exactly what your fingers are doing. Practicing really slow can help you analyze that and fix the problem, because whenever you're going full speed or at tempo, our brains don't have time to analyze what we're doing. We're basically just in autopilot mode. So practice really slow. And in fact, I challenge you to play like a note every 2 to 3 seconds. Try it. It's gonna be hard and it's gonna take forever. But it works. Practice so slow that muscle memory is taken out of the picture to see if you really know the music or the notes that you're supposed to play. I guarantee if you ask any professional musician the secret to getting better, it's slow practice. And with slow practice leads us to the second tip, and that is accuracy. Every single time you play, you want to be accurate. If you're going to be missing notes or the note isn't as clear as you want it to be, or whatever the case is, you really need to be accurate in your playing. If you're going to learn a mistake, it's going to be that much harder to unlearn the mistake and learn it correctly. If you keep making a mistake in the same spot, there's something wrong there. Stop, analyze what you're doing with slow practice, and figure out what the problem is. Now, the talk in the guitar community is about the 7 rule. So if you can play it 7 times in a row, you're starting to get it. I don't know if that's true. That's just the talk in the guitar world. Why 7? I never understand that. Wouldn't 10 be a better number? Now, the third tip is actually probably one of my favorites, and that's to actually split up your hands and play them separately. Now, if you have any piano experience, you know it's very common to split the hands up. So you learn the right hand, then you learn the left hand, and then you put them together. So why not do that on the guitar? Now, if you are going to be playing on the right hand only, you're not going to be playing the right notes because you're not fretting anything. So it's going to sound really weird, and it makes it a little more difficult. Just another reason why guitar is harder than piano. Just saying. So learn your piece, right hand only, left hand only. Make sure that your right hand and left hand know exactly what they're doing when playing the guitar. The left hand is really going to be more like choreography. So you're learning how to dance with your left hand. Does that sound weird? That doesn't sound weird. Does that sound weird? I've had so many students have so much success with splitting the hands up and playing them separately and learning them separately. It's really less for the mind to think about. It makes it easier when you can just focus on one hand at a time. It makes a big difference. All right, and the fourth tip is to speed up your tempo gradually. A good way to get comfortable playing the piece faster is to really play it slower. So start your tempo really slow, not necessarily like really slow like we talked about with the first tip, but slow enough so you get an idea what the piece sounds like. So whenever you're ready to play the piece all the way through, start with, let's say, 50 BPM and slowly increase the BPM, maybe by increments of 5 or 10, just depending on your ability and how hard the piece is. And go up to a tempo that's even faster than what the piece is supposed to be. So it just makes it easier to just bring down the tempo, and it's going to feel like you're playing really slow, but it's that tempo. Now, once you're done practicing with the metronome and you can get the piece faster than what it's supposed to, I'd really recommend taking the metronome away because you don't want to rely on it too much. It's very easy just to keep that metronome on and depend on it. And then whenever we start to play the piece in a concert setting, it sounds really robotic and boring. There's no art to it. You're just playing what's on paper, I guess. That's my thoughts, I guess, on that one. All right, and the last tip is really to play in front of people. Now, normally I would recommend to play in front of as many people as you possibly can to get really comfortable at it. But because we live in, COVID times, that can be pretty hard. Now, I'm not going to say just not to play in front of people or at a concert or a venue or any gig at all. Because if you can go out and play safely, you can distance, you can do all the rules, and you have an opportunity, I do recommend going out and playing. Now, if you're in an area where it's really tough, then live streaming is a great option to get out of that performance anxiety. Now, you can really do this in any platform that you feel comfortable with: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Whichever platform you really enjoy using yourself, try streaming on there. And especially in the beginning, because I mean, you probably don't have a lot of followers on any of those platforms, or even create a whole new account. It doesn't really matter. Just try to do the work and you'll notice that you'll get better and better playing in front of people. Now, these aren't the only tips that you can do to get better. And there really is no easy way out. I hate to say it, but you really do have to put the work in to get results. Now, if you have a practice routine that you found very successful, leave it in the comments below. I'd really like to check it out. Well, that's it for me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll leave all my links in the description below, and I'll see you later. Peace.